In this section, you will learn how to create serverless API using Lambda functions. APIs need to be two-way or request response. So we'll be using synchronous Lambda functions. We are going to invoke the Lambda functions synchronously, and we'll be using API gateway as a trigger to the Lambda functions. The end user should be able to create orders in the database and also retrieve all the orders in the database. We're going to use API gateway as a front end. This guy will expose out two endpoints based on HTTP. When the end user hits those RESTful endpoints, it will trigger the appropriate or respective Lambda, which will create the order in the database or retrieve all the orders in the database. DynamoDB will be our NoSQL or unstructured database. So in the next few lectures, you will be creating this order API project, which will have this order object with minimum information, the order ID, item name, and quantity. This will be the table in the DynamoDB database. The first Lambda is the create order Lambda, which will receive or which will be triggered when the end user hits the API URL that is responsible for creating order in the database. We'll retrieve that information from the request body. We'll use the DynamoDB API to store the data in the database. The second Lambda function is the read orders Lambda, which will use the DynamoDB API, retrieve all the data from the database, and then send it back to the end user when he hits the second URL that this API gateway exposes. So you're going to use synchronous communication. The Lambda receives a request. When it is triggered by the API gateway, it will send the appropriate response back. I'll be explaining the code, the template.aml in detail in the next few lectures before you're going to create everything from scratch.